What if I told you some of the most iconic 60s love songs were basically musical diary entries? Yeah, turns out even legends like the Beatles and Bob Dylan couldn't just text their exes, "We need to talk," they had to write symphonies of heartbreak instead. Let's unpack 3 tracks that prove breakups are the ultimate creative steroid. Take Paul McCartney's 401, on the surface, a tender piano ballad about fading love. But here's the twist, it's basically a postcard from his 5-year relationship with Jane Asher, who he realized he didn't actually want to marry. Personally, I think this song nails the quiet tragedy of relationships that die not with a bang, but with a sigh. The lyrics aren't angry or dramatic, they're clinical, like a doctor diagnosing a patient they still care about. That's what makes it haunting. McCartney's not blaming anyone, he's documenting the moment affection becomes a habit. How many of us have been there? Staying together out of guilt, not passion. Then there's Bob Dylan's "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right," a masterclass in emotional misdirection. Dylan wrote this after Suze Rotolo, his great love, left for Italy. But instead of writing a goodbye letter, he weaponized casualness. The line, "It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe," sounds breezy, but it's pure self-preservation. What makes this fascinating is how Dylan's pretending to be the unbothered one, while the melody betrays him. The chords are wistful, the harmonica solos scream loneliness. It's the musical equivalent of saying, "I'm fine," while crying into your cereal. In my opinion, this song exposed a universal truth: people don't write breakups to heal, they write them to convince themselves they're over it. But Joni Mitchell's "I Had a King." That's where things get revolutionary. Sure, it's about her first marriage to Chuck Mitchell, but it's way more than relationship drama. Listen closely, the lyrics, "He lives in another time" / "Ladies in Gingham still blush," aren't just about incompatibility. They're a manifesto. Mitchell's singing about creative suffocation. Her husband wanted traditional folk tunes, she wanted to reinvent music. This wasn't a divorce, it was an artistic emancipation. A detail I find mind-blowing. She wrote this in 1966, years before feminism entered mainstream culture. She wasn't just singing about love, she was battling gender roles in real time. How many female artists back then got to frame independence as a triumph, not a tragedy? If you step back, these songs reveal a pattern. Heartbreak isn't just personal, it's cultural. Every generation thinks they invented messy relationships, but here's proof that even icons struggled with the same questions we do. Why do we stay when we're unhappy? How do we turn pain into something beautiful? And most importantly, why does art made from someone else's heartache end up soundtracking our own lives? The next time you're scrolling through breakup playlists, remember, you're not just listening to songs. You're witnessing emotional archaeology. What's your take? Does suffering for your art actually make the work better? Let's hear it in the comments.